Hello everyone, this is Hemalata, Assistant Professor, Department of Agriculture Engineering, SNS College of Technology. In the lecture series, we have seen about the watershed planning and management. In this, we have seen about the introduction and importance, then application, constraints, and different morphological characteristics. In the last section, we have seen about the land use capability classification. In that, we have seen about the four classes, that is group 1, which comes under which is suitable for the agriculture purpose. In this class, we are going to see in this class we are going to see about the class 5 to 6, that is group 2 lands. This 5 class 5 in soil in this class have very severe limitation that restrict their capability to produce perennial forage crops, and improvement practices are feasible. The limitations are so severe that soils are not capable of use for sustained protection of annual feed crops. The soils are capable of producing native or tame species of perennial forage plants and may be improved by the use of farm machinery. The improvement practices may include clearing of bush, cultivation, seeding, fertilizing, and water control can be used. It has a shallow soils and generally um, slopes range between 8 to 12 percentage, and they have too little erosion hazard, but limitation which restrict their use for the pastures, forest, and wildlife. Control grazing can be permitted. Some of the example of class 5 lands are bottom lands subject to frequent overflows that prevent the normal protection of the cultivated crops. Stony or rocky lands, few ponded areas where soils are suitable for grasses or trees. Coming to the class 6 lands, the soils in this class are capable only of producing perennial forage crops, and improvement practices are not feasible. The soil provides some sustained grazing for farm animals, but the limitation are so severe that improvement by use of farm machinery is impractical. In this class, the terrain may be unsuitable for use of farm machinery, or the soils may not respond to improvement, or the grazing season may be very short. The class 6 has shallow soils and generally have quite steep slopes ranging to 18 percentage. They have also have severe limitation which restrict their use to pasture with a little limited grazing, woodlands, wildlife, food and cover. Some of the limitation of these lands which cannot be corrected or severe erosion, stony texture with the shallow rocks, excessive wetness or overflow, low moisture capacity, severe climate. In class 7, the soils in the class 7 have no capability for arable culture or permanent pasture. This class also includes rockland, other non-soil areas and bodies of water too small to be shown on the maps. The class are generally eroded, rough, and having shallow soil depth and steeper slopes ranging to 25 percentage. The soils may be swampy or drought prone, with all the limitation of the classics, even to the higher degree. If there is a good rainfall, there may be used for the forestry with fully green cover and gully control structure and severely restricted grazing. In class 8, these soils are rough with probably the worst soil types possible. The steepest slope excess of 25 percentage that can be used with only sound gully control structure for forest, if conductive for tree growth and also for the wildlife habitat. However, tree felling and grazing should be restricted. Certain lands in group 2 can be made cultivable with major earth moving or effective reclamation operation. In India, both class 7 and 8 are combined as class 7 land. These are the some of the classes and land capability subclasses or mainly the erosion, adverse climate, undesirable soil structure or low permeability, erosion, low fertility, inundation by streams or lakes, moisture limitations, salinity, stoniness, consolidated bedwork, and some of the topography, excess water. This subclass is comprised of soil having a limitation resulting from the cumulative effect of more of the adverse characteristics. Depth of soil material to layers inhibiting the root penetration, soil toxic to the plant growth, and climatic limitation, wetness limit